Or we could just not wait for the naval invasion, because apparently I can just attack them on every front and win. Oh, yeah, that's true, I do need to beat up Japan. I asked a couple of times, but I think chat ate it up with messages. What happened to last week's EU4 multiplayer game? I was looking forward to it. It never happened. It did happen, said Brian. It did. I wasn't around, so Enigmatic Rose commentated it instead. So if you go to Enigmatic Rose's channel, you'll be able to find the clip of it there, or I will be uploading it to YouTube in due time. And if you want to get, like, up-to-date announcements and stuff like that, join our Discord. That's where I announce stuff that's going on. It's the best way of staying up-to-date with what's going on. And you can find our Discord at this link here. It's by far easier to communicate with you guys than it is on Twitch, for example, because there is no real Twitch messaging system. Not a good one, anyway. Kaiser Wilhelm Society, finally available. Scientific research is an important benefit of being part of the German sphere. We'll take advantage of this boon, and together, us and the Reich can make great strides. And some of the militia units are ready. If you say so. You know what, just go ahead and deploy.
Ja, commandant.
I think we're going to need to promote somebody to be a field marshal for all of this. So who would be a relatively good defensive person? You can be promoted to Field Marshal. Congratulations, because you're cheap. And you can be in charge. And then newbie can be in charge of this.
Ja, commandant.
I do feel like we need a bunch more militia divisions, so we're going to go for another 10 rather. Like so. I take Europa Universalis Hearts of Iron are real-time as opposed to turn-based. They are. They're real-time with... start again. They're real-time with pause, so you just hit space and then it pauses. So you can basically turn it into turn-based if you want to just keep pausing whenever you need to. It's a system that works quite well. What's my next Three Kingdoms playthrough? Finish Gongdu. It keeps going onto my schedule, and I'm like, actually I need to take this day off and this day off. So I need to replace things, because Hearts of Iron's a lot more popular at the moment than Three Kingdoms. But I do want to finish that Gongdu game. At some point. Hopefully. Sank some destroyers, nice. Yeah, the Japanese Navy is getting more and more bold down here. We have someone who's... Oh, I thought that was attack skill. I was like, you beat Helfrich for attack skill? Impossible. Inconceivable. Ooh, we sank a heavy cruiser. Nicely done, Helfrich. Actually, Helfrich, have you got the ability to do the Lone Wolf yet? Huzzah! You have Destroyer Leader? Fleet Protector. Yeah. Oh man, that makes me laugh. Dragon Disciple, thank you very much for Twitch Prime subscription. I appreciate that. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Welcome to the Maudlings. Oh, I love that. Helfrich is the fleet protector. Oh, that's hilarious. Love your work, Mordred Viking, a member from the Royal Australian Air Force. Oh, that's cool. Thanks. I appreciate that. Is he assigned to the right ships? Yep. These are all submarines. I mean, he's already got all of the submarine stuff. How do you get Fleet Protector? More than 50% screening vessels in fleet. He's never had that. Something else must be triggering. Unless submarines count as screens. I'm trying to think where submarines appear in the battle line now, because if they're in the front row, they might well count as screens. If they get detected, then they fight in the front row. I'll need to double check that, because that's really funny. Let's make more guns. We'll need to import some more steel. Oh, Germany. Actually, let's buy some more from Sweden. See if you actually get detected. Oh, I know why it is. It's because he's taking command of all the other fleet actions, because he's such a good naval commander. So because of all of these screens, he's getting that experience. Whoops. Oh, it's German, it's not mine.
Aantreden. Opdrachten.
Are you ready? Yeah, go. Although they're already in Bristol, but hey, it provides another direction of attack, plus hopefully some invader skill. Although I think you only actually get invader for fighting in naval invasions. Not successfully executing them. Just curious, is there a space version like Hearts of Iron and Europa, not Space 4X, but does this take over and whatnot? Yeah, Stellaris. Stellaris uses very similar mechanics to these, but it's sci-fi. He protects fleets by sinking enemy ships before they even think to attack my fleet. That's what I was thinking about how he did this stuff.
Opdrachten.
That's the green line. It's the purple line.
Attentie. Attentie. Gereed om uit te rukken.
And you've basically achieved your objective, so let's say that your next objective is this. Go. Keep driving them before us. And all of you can now be based here and be in the south. The Fading Sun. After the utter defeat of the Imperial Japanese Army, our army controls huge swathes of land in Manchuria and Korea. Whilst the Imperial Japanese Navy are reduced to attempting mere blockades, the spies in Tokyo report severe dissent and war weariness amongst the populace. In light of this, the government has called a 2-week conference in Port Arthur to determine our war aims. We'll accept Japan's terms for peace, though it will take about 2 weeks for the deal to be finalised. Be warned that all those at war with Japan will have to accept for the deal to go through. Sure, we can find another reason for war. This will allow Qing to consolidate. Let's try and submerge. Seriously, are you independent? You're independent. If you went after Russia, you could probably reform Russia. Though you'll need to be quick. Because, yeah, there ain't much of Russia left. which is quite an amazing thing to be able to say.
Bereid, commandant. Luisteren.
Oh, you mean more armies clashing? Individual battles like this? No. Do I know of any space games like that? Sins of a Solar Empire would probably be the closest. And that gets a really, really, really big mark of approval. Sins of a Solar Empire is brilliant. It's not Paradox, but it's the type of game I think you're talking about. Participation. Britain's almost out. 1.3 million Brits killed by the Dutch. Just came on the stream. Is England colonized yet? Almost. Very, very close.
Opdrachten.
Man, we're getting some seriously experienced units. Crikey. Not to mention Patrus just becoming an absolute boss. Adaptable. Cold acclimatization, hot acclimatization, terrain penalty reduction. I accept. Can still get engineer, can still get commando, can still get skilled staffer. Although skilled staffer is going to take a while to get. And then all of these guys can start thinking about how on earth to break into France. Well, actually, I already have an idea. We'll go for Brittany. We'll use the Union of Britain territory. We'll use Britain to attack them. And then once France has fallen, we can focus entirely on Japan. Although Japan's about to peace out, aren't they? Japan really hasn't lost very much. There's still an extensive conscription. They still have a huge navy. You seem to have mastered invading Britain. Mordred the Conqueror, I say. Well, thank you. Attacking Scotland is definitely the way to go. Especially if you have Ireland as a naval base from which to do it. Clever Kilvar, thank you very much for the follow as well. Welcome to the channel. Alright, so... that's all of those focuses done, that's all of those. South African government in exile gives me divisions required for sending volunteers. Not really important at this point. I think we want to get independent operations or Wolfpack. It's got to be Wolfpack, really. But we're Dutch. We're going independent operations. Our submarines should always operate separately in a spread-out manner. This reduces the damage potential of a successful raid, but also makes them harder to detect and might force the enemy to spread out. Because I still don't know what submarine defense means. Love to see you play my country, Ireland, someday. British invasion expertise would be a great benefit. I've played as Ireland. I don't think it's one of the series that made it onto YouTube, though I might be wrong. Ireland was a lot of fun. Ireland was really good. The fall of London. Reports from London confirm the capital of the Union of Britain has been captured by advancing Dutch troops after long staged battles across the Thames River. British forces put up a stiff resistance, hoping to delay the Dutch forces for as long as possible, but were eventually beaten back. For the first time since William the Conqueror, London has fallen to a foreign invader. The atmosphere in the city is heavy and the gunfire still rings in the night as the British forces long left, leaving only protesters and Dutch military police fighting in the streets. What? The Germans have waived our request for admission to the Kaiser Wilhelm Society research program, saying that we are too weak and they are afraid syndicalists will overrun us and thus get their technology. I just took out the Union. Alright, Germany, you're going to fall for that. Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, I'm going to kill you. Now we can get some more destroyers. Whoa, that's a really hefty shortage of steel now. We do have a surplus of aluminium, however. Peace with the Empire of the Fading Sun. The 2-week conference in Port Arthur has ended in agreement. The terms Japan offered were accepted and peace has been achieved. We have gained much and this is nothing less than a great victory. I did nothing. In an astounding reversal of fortunes, the Japanese Empire has been defeated and today announced a treaty ceding its mainland possessions in Manchuria, as well as the nearby imperial colonies. With its military strength shattered and the home islands themselves now threatened, the Empire has bowed to the inevitable and terms have been reached with their foes in Darien. Only a few short years ago, the Chrysalenthium throne was viewed as the preeminent power in East Asia, even in the face of the Reich. All that has changed, however, is the balance of power in the region has changed decisively. All that has changed, however. Though the future of Asia seems uncertain, it seems like the freedom of the Japanese rule has finally become a reality for the people of the mainland. Just hunting him. Yeah, I knew that. Apparently they made bunches of peace with the German Empire. Willem from Orania took London, didn't he? I mean, he was the king of the whole place for over a decade. Yeah, that was the last time Britain was successfully invaded. The so-called Glorious Revolution. But it was an invasion. He landed an army. And that's also kind of what screwed Ireland up. Sorry, Ireland. And that's why the Orange Order is called the Orange Order in Northern Ireland. And there we go. Dover has been liberated. So let's get you guys to fortify the rest of the British mainland. Like so. So we're going to need 38 divisions to successfully hold all of this. Interesting. Right, now I want all of you in Portsmouth. I want... you lot in Plymouth. And we're going to go for this. And now I don't need to be securing all of this quite so hard, so we're going to go here. North Sea is now free to travel. English Channel is now free to travel. And you lot need to cover that. Don't need to cover this. You lot don't need to cover this. Do need to cover this. Actually, I think English Channel I'm still going to block off. Scapa Flow is actually the capital now. Yeah, but they've capitulated. All I need to do now is take out the Communist Front. Oh, we need... Central America is a major? What? Well, I'm hoping the Entente can deal with that. Well, I think we found the remnants of the Union fleet. Oh, this is the fleet battle that never ends. Right. What's the Netherlands tag? Oh, Holland. I'm scared that if I join this battle, then my entire fleet will also be tied up forever. And ever and ever and ever. I mean, it actually makes the humbling of Britain even more impressive because all of these ships were not involved. These 10 submarines have held up the entire Canadian, French, and German high seas fleets for the entire engagement. That's 2, 3, 4, 12, 17, 21, 24, 26, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35 capital ships that just didn't do anything. As a parting gift to Japan, we sank one of their capital ships. Alright, well, I guess that our submarines can return over here as well. And then the other thing is my escort fleet. How many ships do they have here? 9,000. Not actually that many. Where the strike fleet's based. Oh, we're actually finding the French fleet out here in the English Channel. Interesting. Let's get the fighter wings out there. To get complete air superiority over the English Channel so we can help in finding those ships. Fire brigades, research done. And Japan's joining the dogpile against Russia. Backhand blow. Enables tactic, backhand blow. Do it. And we have these guys ready. Deploy in Frisia. Go ahead and join them. How many were you saying you needed? 38. Alright, let's get another 10 militia units done. And now suddenly I'm getting more than enough equipment. What shortages do we have? Just support equipment. Everything else we're producing more than enough of. I wonder if this is the time when I start switching to motorized and mechanized. It is 1940, so I can research it. Their submarines trying to run away. Anthony Follett Pugsley is a ridiculously high-level positioning person. Fleet speed while retreating, +8. Dutch ships, run away! Oof. French fleet can still pack a bit of a punch. Martin van Dulm is apparently accepting that fact right now. We got away and we actually think did more damage to them? No, to all. However, I want you two to stop strike fleeting now because, like most of you, need to go and repair. Same with you. 16 destroyers against their submarines now. Does look like they're all getting away though, which is unfortunate. They have a lot of subs here that could cause me some real headaches. You subs to replenish those, that's fine. I think I need to add some more dry docks to repair. All 30 are being used? Really? Let's go up to 40 then. The Jacobite War during William of Orange's invasion by destabilizing England helped the Americans gain independence. Yes. So did the... Was it Napoleonic Wars at that point? No, I think it was mostly just the wars against the French Republic. I think Central America puppeted Mexico in one of my recent campaigns. Costa Rica was a major because they did that. Interesting. But they haven't puppeted Mexico in this. Of that I'm relatively sure. Nope. Not a puppet. Alright, so we've got our advanced battleships. I do think that we need to upgrade the hulls for those battleships. So we can make sure that those are as good as possible. Turrets we can upgrade, hulls we can't. My destroyers are still doing a lot of hit and run strategies. They're so quick, they're really hard to catch. We did lose one. They lost 2 subs and a destroyer. Helfrich's in charge again. Apparently the Dutch submarines have shown up. Helfrich, have you got that ability yet? No. Come on. You're getting there. You've almost got Superior Tactician. At which point their positioning penalty will be much reduced and their screens will be much reduced. Meaning that we can just keep threading torpedoes through to hit the guys behind. Although, if I do that, that's a good point. There is actually an ability which directly does that. I don't have it. Lancer. Torpedo screen penetration plus 25%. So Lancer plus Lone Wolf would be crazy strong. For like an aggressive attack.